President John Dramani Mahama is calling on nations with shared values and interests to stand together in the face of growing global trade challenges. His remarks came in the wake of a new 15% tariff imposed by the US government on Ghanaian exports, a move that could significantly affect the country's trade and economic prospects. Speaking on this issue, Mahama stressed the need for greater cooperation among like-minded nations, especially those in the developing world, to push back against what he described as unfair trade practices. Let's have a listen to what President John Dramani Mahama had to say.
The world is changing rapidly after the Second World War. We all agreed that we would adopt a multilateral world order. Unfortunately, some countries have decided to act unilaterally, both in terms of their relationship with other countries, but also in terms of destroying the rules-based world trade order that we all had agreed to. And so countries are slapping tariffs unilaterally on other countries. My own country, Ghana, has not been spared. We've been slapped with 15% tariffs, but I'm sure that is far less than China has been slapped with. And so it's creating a lot of confusion and unpredictability in the whole world. Okay. But this is a time that countries that have shared values must stand together. And Ghana and China have had shared values. We have voted in international organizations on the same side. And so as the world becomes more unpredictable, there's a time that countries like Ghana and China and other willing partners that believe in multilateralism should stand even closer together. And we appreciate the work that China is doing in that regard. Let me congratulate China and to thank you for the support you continue to give to Africa through FOCAC and the Belt and Drive Initiative. These programs are opening up infrastructure that facilitate trade. Especially Africa has adopted the African Continental Free Trade Area. And so it becomes important that we put in the infrastructure, the railways, the ports, the roads, to be able to exchange goods between African countries. And China has been one of the countries that has assisted.
So, as we all heard from President John Dramani, he warned that such policies do not only threaten the economies of vulnerable countries, but also the principles of fairness and mutual benefit that global trade should be built on. This is not about Ghana, he said. It's about a wider shift in the global trade landscape that requires countries who believe in equity, justice, and shared prosperity to work together. These are the words of President John Dramani Mahama. The tariff comes amid a changing global trade order, where rising protectionism in advanced economies is putting pressure on the smaller nations that rely heavily on exports for growth and jobs. Mahama's comments are seen as a call for a forge stronger regional and international alliances, explore new trade partnerships, and advocate for a more balanced global trade system that gives all countries a fair chance. Let's end this video here. We meet again in the next one.